Okay, hello.
Hey,
Hey, girl. Girl, I'm not playing anything else but that stupid ass dinosaur. Like, I just could not wait. Like, I was just like, you know what? But I know everybody's gonna insta-lock him and then watch everybody just suck at him, girl. Like, I'm just so over it. That's how it always goes when a new character comes out. Like, just like that one girl when she came out, Elsa, girl, everybody sucked as her. Like, and then people still suck as her. I'm
I don't
just
know.
so
Those
over
people that
it.
also came out, it was a lot of people that was actually kind of good at her. I don't know. Like, it was
There
annoying.
were people, but girl, like it always happens when you get somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, and then it's just like you have somebody on the other team who does, you know?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So it's like that's what I mean by it, you know? And then a lot of people were saying, like, I don't like how they're saying that Rivals is racist because they didn't add her in. No, she's literally 10 years old, girl. Penny was 16, so they were able to up her age just by 2 years. But the whole concept of Moon Girl is she's supposed to be a smart kid. You know what I mean? So it was just like for them to up her age because they talked about it, like, you know, because people were saying why didn't they bring Moon Girl? But they were saying that they already were talking about her from the beginning when they were already making the game. Like her name was already be thrown around. But to them it didn't they used an example that it wouldn't be right for Punisher to shoot a 10-year-old, you know? And I'm like, it's not like she's not in the game. She's still in the storyline, and she's the narrator for him. You know what I mean? So she's still in there. It's just she's not gonna be a playable character. Like, you know, I
Yeah,
understand,
they, they could have aged her. If they could age up Penny,
but
they could
that was
age up
only by
Boomer.
two. But that was only
Nah,
by two
but she was still a
years, though,
kid. Nah,
Batty.
she was a kid in the movie. She was a kid in the movie. She wasn't 16.
No, I know, but in the universe,
What
she was
universe? That's part of the
16.
universe?
The yeah, but she was 16. Like in the story now, she was already 16. So that's why they were like 2 years. That's fine, but upping Moon Girl
It
by
don't.
8 years, that's a lot,
That's
Batty. You
not.
know. So that's why I
That's
understand why.
not.
It
People
is
grow
though,
up.
because but her whole concept. No, I know that she
And she
obviously,
has
but
comics where she's an adult. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
I know,
That's a
but
sad argument.
in her, like in their storyline, she's still a kid, you know? Like, and I understand why they did it, but at the same time, I understand where you're
You mean
coming
Marvel
from.
Rival storyline?
Yeah, girl.
They could have, and just how much they wrote about Penny being an adult, they could have wrote about Moon Girl being an adult. I don't want to hear
I
it. I don't
know.
want to hear it. I don't.
I don't know,
They,
girl. A lot of people agreed with what I was saying, so I'm not trying
I'm
to
sure
say
they
like,
did because
oh, I'm
I've
not
seen people say that, but that doesn't make it right. I don't give a fuck how many people agree with it. Just they could
like I'm not
just how much
I'm
they could
not
have aged up Penny. They could have aged up Moon Girl. It made sense anyway because most of this game takes place in the 2099 century, so it doesn't need
No,
to be
yeah, I
like,
know,
and
but
it's a different universe. So it's like they could have made their own
I think
first of all, half the characters don't even have their actual lore. Like, so what the fuck difference does it make? Like, Rogue can't even do half the shit she's doing in the comics that she's doing now. Like, that doesn't
yeah,
make
I know.
sense.
But to them, they didn't want it to seem like
Yeah,
she
alright. That's all they're
was,
saying for now. That's fucking
you
what?
know.
Uh, damage control.
So that's why I was just
Fuck that
like,
game.
I'm like, I understand it a little bit. Like, yes, I do understand what you're saying when they upped Penny's age. Yes, I do understand that. I still think it's weird that she's even in the game in general. You know what I mean? I don't even think they should have added Penny to begin with. I think they should have just, yes, she was already in there, you know, like she is part of the Marvel franchise, but still, I just don't think they should have even added her because now Now it's just like, I understand what you're saying. They should have put Moon Girl in here too, but I don't know. I guess maybe they just wanted. I don't know what they were thinking. Like what their mindsets were. But somebody did from, I guess, somebody who's part of the crew that produces the game, and who like whatever his name is, like they're part of the crew, the company. He was saying that's what he used as an example. He was just like, it just wouldn't make sense for a Punisher to be shooting a 10-year-old.
I mean, like, I guess, like, because someone I was talking to earlier, they were making an argument. It's like, okay, well, you can't really see Penny, so she's not in the game.
That is true, but also I think I think there should be emotes at least with, how like there's an emote where Penny
Emo?
comes
Oh, yeah,
out.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll add an emo, and she's still in there. Like, I like how she's the narrator to
yeah.
what he does, you know what I mean? So, but I understand what you're saying too. Like, I'm not gonna take that away, or I'm
Yeah,
not
thank
gonna
you.
not agree with you, because everybody has their own opinion and stuff. But I do understand. I understand from your side, but I understand from their side. I
I do
think it
too,
was just.
actually. I
I
do
think
too.
it was. I think it was just. I'm pretty sure there's already mods, Batty, with Penny being what girl,
Yeah.
and I think it was already. I think it would have discussed them even more with Moon Girl if she was, these pedos and stuff.
Yeah.
He seems good though. He seems like a good thing, but they'll end up nerfing him too.
They probably will.
Yeah, I was just like, they'll end up nerfing him too. And to be honest with you, I was thinking about it, and I was just like, girl,
But
because
lucky,
he has to be up close to really do damage. So it's like, if your team isn't moving with him, I can see him not being viable at all. Like, I can definitely see him not being viable if you're not pushing, if the whole team's not pushing in with him,
yeah.
because the way they showed it, girl, in reality, when is the whole team never grouped up? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so to me, it's just like, yes, he does look OP, but then again, like, they were showing a lot of scenes that were not actually what we go through in the game. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
when do you ever see a DPS, like, by themselves? At least a smart person who knows how to play DPS. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so to me, it was just like, I can see Devil Dino not working if the team isn't pushing. Just like if you have two like let's say you have Rogue and the Thing. Okay, if nobody's pushing with those two tanks because they don't really have a shield. Yes, Emma has her little shield, little crystal thing, but in a sense of like, they're up close and personal people kinda, Emma does have her, like, I mean, Rogue, yes, Rogue has her abilities to go all over the place, and stuff like that. But they're up close and personal people, you know what I mean? So if we're not really pushing with our tanks, and especially if we don't have a shield, it's like they're not gonna work. It's not gonna work out. So I've been thinking about it, and I'm just like, yes, he can be very good, but also again, it doesn't seem like, when do we ever when do we ever find people, girl, where they're by themselves? You know what I mean? Like, let's be for real. Like, that's never a thing. I mean, unless the fucking person doesn't know how to play and they're stupid, girl, like, and they're by themselves, then I understand that. But girl, let's be real. When is somebody really ever like
I
that? You know
mean,
what I mean?
I wouldn't say that because, like, plenty of people that are just flank,
Yeah,
and or they can
but
offer you
at a
and you
sense,
can like
yeah,
mark up.
but at a sense, like you know how to flank. Like when you flank, you know how to flank. You get me? Like when do you ever find somebody who, because it always seems like, yes, you'll find somebody who is like off from the team, but then all of a sudden the healers are coming and pocketing the girl like no tomorrow. So it's like, I don't know. I can see it not working out, but then I can also see it working out, but then also at the same time I can see them kind of nerfing him a little bit. Does he have the most health? 870?
I think that's yeah. Actually, he does.
Girl, they brought it's I was watching the Little Moon Girl series. It's so cute. Did you ever watch it?
I didn't actually. You
It's
know, on Disney
really
Plus.
cute. I I don't know. The first episode was, I'm watching it on the legal websites, but I watched the first I watched the first episode, and I watched the first episode on YouTube. It's free and it's so cute. Like she is so smart, Like she literally brought him from another planet like to where she was. He's cute. He reminds me of Jeff, the way he acts, like, You should watch it. It's cute. I think you'd really like it. Here, girl, get on. We're gonna play rivals. Get off your Ark survival. Girl, they kidnapped me on that game. I'll never play that shit ever again. I barely
You
spawned
make
and
it.
a pterodactyl came and picked me up, Miss Thing. It's not funny. And he put me in the cage, girl. And I was naked. Oh, KDM is on. Let's see if he's not a fucking weirdo. When he joins.
Oh, it's a wolf.
What happened, Mama?
It's a wolf. Girl, I'm dead.
Oh, girl, get on.
I don't want to play a fucking game.
Girl,
It's ghetto. Okay. It's a, I don't really like it like that, but it's not bad.